Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about some public health news that has come out. Two different pieces of information, both worth hearing. We're going to start with the most pressing. It's being disclosed that there is an income gap when it comes to the willingness of parents to get their kids vaccinated. The more money you make, the more likely you are to get your kids vaccinated real soon, right? If you make more than $100,000 a year, about half of them plan on getting their kids vaccinated like immediately, real soon. If you make less than 50, that number drops to about a third. Now, conventional wisdom on this is suggesting it has to do with education. I don't believe that. I don't think that it has to do with education, because in these statistics and these studies, when they're talking about education, they're talking about credentialing. They're talking about formal education. I do not believe that that's really what's playing into this. That people who have more money are therefore better educated and therefore more likely to accept science. I get the connection, but I think it is strained. 4 in 10 lower income families said that they have concerns about the ability to get their kid to somewhere to get vaccinated, about the ability to physically get them there. 4 in 10. That more than makes up for that gap. I think that's probably the primary thing. Or maybe concerns about if the kid has symptoms afterward and they have to take off work. I think that is where that hesitancy is coming from. So if you're in a position to maybe offer a ride, help out in that manner, maybe do it. Now, another piece of reporting that came out of the committee that is looking into the Trump administration's response to the public health issue. What they kind of outlined is that in February, when the CDC was like, hey, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when we're going to get hit. Well, that made Trump mad. That upset him. And then the CDC couldn't give a briefing. March, April, May, and it was June before they could talk again. 3 months in the beginning. 3 months in the beginning, which would have been the ideal time to marshal support for an organized response. It would have been the time to get Americans ready for what was coming. It would have been the time to have CDC officials out there giving interviews, talking about historical pandemics, how long they lasted, what it took, and helped prep for what was coming. We lost 3 months and an untold amount of people because of that man's ego, because he didn't like the bad news. He wanted to control the narrative. The virus doesn't care about the political spin. It never did. His ego costs time, and when you're talking about organizing a response, time is lives. That doesn't need to be forgotten. That needs to be remembered. There's a whole bunch of information that came out of that committee yesterday. That is the most important piece from what I see. That's the part that cannot be overlooked, was the muzzling of the people who had the experience and had the data to actually mitigate and to make a difference. And rather than leading and marshaling support, he told them to be quiet. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.